Cobra Kai.
Kidding.
Bonsai, I'm the Cobra Kai Kid, and welcome to a very special conversation. Today, I am joined by Reagan Olivia Garner from Cobra Kai to play a game of We Aren't Really Strangers.
I'm very
Now,
excited.
me too. So, a lot of times people ask us, how are we doing? So, I'd be like, how are you doing? Right? But, and usually when you ask that, how are you doing? It's like the natural response is, I'm good. How are you? But you know what? I'm going to ask you to mix it up because we're having a deep conversation today. I'm going to ask you, Reagan, how are you doing really? Like, how are you really doing?
How am I really doing? I'm doing good for the most part. Now that I am in a relationship, it is a lot better for me. I'm happier. But keeping my mental health is very important, like being strong and trying to be as positive as I can be. So I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
That's great. That's great.
Thank
So
you.
has the new relationship helped with mental health, finding balance in your life?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
That's great. That's great. Yeah. I've definitely been very busy, managing different things, busy with work, but also trying to take that time for myself. There's certain things that I know give me peace of mind. I've been getting into journaling, which is really
Okay.
nice.
Yeah. Journaling's good.
Yeah, and there's something special about writing on a piece of paper rather
Yeah,
than just typing it up,
for sure.
And even just going back and looking at what you wrote like a few days ago or a few weeks or months ago to see how you felt then and how you kind of changed. It's a nice thing.
Exactly. I need to start journaling more. I don't journal really, and I need to because it's good.
Yeah, I've never done it before. Or at least,
Mhm.
you know what, I've tried to. I've started and
Mhm.
then I fell off, but
Mhm.
I I I highly recommend it. I think once you get going on it,
Mhm.
it could be really good.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Really
What
good for
about
me.
any Yeah. What about any books? Are you reading any books?
No, I'm so bad. I don't really read. My attention span is like very short.
Mm.
So like I'll try to read a book, but I just can never get into it because I get bored too quickly. And that's why I'm more of like a movie type girl because I'm like, oh, like I'll watch the movie, but like skip the book.
Yeah.
But I should read more. I should.
Yeah. No, I am with you. I used to be a big reader when I was a kid. I used to
Mhm.
read also it was like the Diary of a Wimpy Kid book, so it was easier to
Oh yeah.
understand.
I read those are the only ones I've read.
Hey, they still hold up.
They do. They do. They're good
Yeah.
books.
Yeah. But I'm with you. I also, if it's a book that's not that interesting, I tried to read It by Stephen King.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna read this book. Do you know how long the book is?
Isn't it like that, like thick? Isn't it thick?
Thicker,
Very thick.
thicker. It's like thousands of pages.
Dude, I
And
couldn't. I couldn't. I'll just
like
watch the movie.
well, my mistake was like, okay, I'm gonna get back into reading, and this is gonna be the
Mhm.
first book that I read to
Yeah,
get back.
the biggest book first, get that one out of the way, and then the small ones.
Yeah, yeah. Then the others will be easier.
Yeah, the other ones will be easier.
No, that didn't work out for me. So, but the books that I have been reading that are like I am able to process are
Mhm,
like some of the self-help books
for
because
sure.
those speak directly to you. That one you don't have to
Mhm,
like you're not processing a story. It's literally saying you this, you that. And it's like, okay,
yeah.
like it's just like a conversation.
You can relate to it because it's like what you have dealing, like what you have going on. So I think that, yeah, for me, those books will be a lot better for me to read because I can relate to them. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely, definitely. So I'm excited to get into what we have today. This is the first time this is the first time you're playing this game, right?
Yes, first time ever.
And you've never heard about this game until I mentioned it?
What is it called again?
It's called We're Not Really Strangers.
It's I have heard of it, but yeah,
Okay.
I've never played it. I've
Okay.
heard of
Do you know the singer Joshua Bassett?
Mhm. I
Yeah,
love him
so
too. Yeah.
oh, you like him?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, he
Mhm.
was the one who actually I know I saw him playing this game on a
Okay.
video and I was like,
Mhm.
it's a pretty cool game.
Yeah. Good idea. Good idea, dude.
Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna do like a fun version of it.
Yeah.
So for everyone out there, We're Not Really Strangers is a purpose-driven game all about empowering meaningful connections. So here's how it works.
Mhm.
Reagan and I will take turns spinning from the wheel.
Ooh.
The wheel. You gotta be like the people on the game show. The wheel
The
of
wheel! And then they, like, do this.
yeah, yeah. There you go.
There we go.
So we're gonna take turns spinning from the wheel, and we'll have to read the statement or question out loud. We're gonna each spin the wheel 3 times, and the point of the game is to open up and to be honest with ourselves and each
Mhm.
other. Like these questions, these statements are things that we wouldn't really think to ask in our
Yeah.
regular conversations, but very meaningful conversation starters. And
Mhm.
if you guys want to play We're Not Really Strangers with your friends or family, I've put some links in the description so you can go check out the game and feel free to answer some of the questions at home and
Mhm.
reply to each other in the comments. And yeah, this should be fun. So, Reagan, do
I'm
you have any?
excited.
Me too. I'm really
Yeah.
excited.
I'm, like,
Do you
ready
have
to
any?
answer questions.
You ready? You ready for this?
Yeah, ready.
Yeah. And I mean, there's a ton of questions. We don't know what it's gonna land on. So,
Mhm.
um,
Ye
it's just about, being open and being honest.
Yep.
There's no
That's
wrong
good.
answers.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Do you have any questions before we begin?
I No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Just ready to spin the little wheel of fortune, you know? The little wheel.
Let's spin the wheel. Let's spin the wheel. So, as the guest, would you like to spin
Oh,
first? Well,
yes.
technically I have to click it.
I was like, do I, like, just click it?
But like you could like how about you could
Yeah.
like do that? Like you could air
Okay.
click it and I'll click it.
Okay,
Okay.
ready?
Whenever you're ready.
Alright, I'm going.
Okay.
Ting.
Nice. Nice.
Alright. See, I did it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here we
Okay.
go. Ooh. Okay. So now you're gonna ask this question to me.
Okay. What can I help you with?
What can I help you with?
Yeah, what can I help
Whew. Okay. But these are deep. Like what
you. These are deep. Oh my gosh. What can I help you with?
what can I help you with?
Hmm.
I think honestly, maybe you know, I try to, conduct myself. I try to like, being on my channel, having a platform,
Mhm.
I'm always trying to say the right thing, do the right thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but maybe I don't always do that. So what you can help me with is
Mhm.
maybe letting me know if there's something that like, hey, you shouldn't have done that or you should do something differently. Cause I know a lot of times like maybe the emotions get the better of me
Okay.
and maybe I shouldn't be posting something or I shouldn't be saying something. So just
Okay.
like I guess maybe just not being in it by myself and having
Right.
someone else like tell me, give me some
Mhm.
advice and being open to taking that advice.
Yeah, like, being, like, honest and maybe, like, sending your work, like, to someone and they can, like, approve it and be like, "Yeah, I think you should post that," or, like, "Maybe you should do a different edit," or I don't know, or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely,
Okay.
definitely. That's a
Mhm.
tough one. That's a tough one.
I
I
know.
mean,
When I read that, I was like, "Oh, I don't even know." Like,
yeah.
'cause well,
Yeah.
you already do so well, though. I think you, like, know what you're doing, so
Thank you. Thank
you're
you.
welcome.
You know, I personally, I feel like, you know, I really appreciate that, by the way. But, for
Yeah.
me, it's like, I feel like always, I don't always feel like I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah.
And I
I
feel
think
like that's,
I think a
yeah.
lot of people, like, feel that same way. Because nowadays, like, I feel like expectations are so high for everyone because I think social media has a lot to do with it. Everyone wants to be, like, this perfect, like,
Hmm.
never mess up type person, but it's normal, and, yeah, I think you do great. Wouldn't
Thank
even worry
you.
about it. You're welcome.
Thank you, thank you. You know what? I'm still gonna worry because I feel like
Yeah.
that's what keeps you grounded
Yeah.
as much as
That's
you
true.
can, you
Yeah.
know? People who
I
think
feel that
that
way too. I'm always like, oh, did I say the right things or did I do the right things? Like even on set with Cobra Kai, I was like, oh, I don't like the way I did that in that take or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so having someone, like, kind of support you and tell you, "Okay, you did this right," or,
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't have done that," or just
Mhm.
another opinion, I
Yeah.
guess.
For sure. For sure.
It's a very tricky question, but
It is a tricky question. I didn't really know what it meant at first. It's like, what can I help you? But
the only I knew what it meant just because, I saw this question answered when Joshua Bassett did his.
oh,
If it
okay.
wasn't for that, I wouldn't have known. Like,
Yeah. But like
c
what?
you see, it's, like, deeper than it sounds. Like,
Yeah.
"What can I help you with?" Like, it could just be like, you can, like,
My
uh,
groceries.
"Help me take out the trash. Help me do my groceries." I can really use help with
Yeah, it
that.
could be so simple as that, but then it's like, oh, like with this mental health game, like you gotta like dig deep. So
Yeah. But, while we're at it, Reagan, you can help me with my groceries. That'd be cool.
yeah, I'll get you some groceries.
Appreciate that. Come on down from Atlanta.
Yeah, fly.
Fly down, just get me whatever I need.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, okay. You know what? Hopefully that was the hardest question.
Hopefully that was yeah. I feel like that was a pretty hard question, so they
That
should
wa-
be easy now. We'll see.
yeah, yeah. But you know what? We like a challenge
Yeah, we
because
do.
I mean, you're Cobra Kai, right?
Yeah, like come
You like a
on.
challenge.
I love a challenge. If it's not challenging, it's like, well, I'm not even doing it. Like,
Exactly.
like you know what I mean? Okay.
Exactly. Okay. Cool. One down. Okay. Now I am gonna spin the wheel.
All right.
I kind of like that. I'm gonna do that too.
Little point.
A little point, like, ready?
Yep. Boom.
Now
Look at that.
I need the words. Okay.
Oh god.
Ooh, okay. So this question is for you. I'm gonna be asking this to you. What did this year leave you with? Or you wanna say last, like, 2022, just because.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll say
Okay.
that.
Yeah, what did 2022 leave you with?
Leave you with. Oh my goodness. I think 2022 left me with like I was more I guess and it comes with age too, but just like growing and like learning more about life and how things work and just growing up more, like
Mm,
I think in 2021, 2020, I was more younger and not really knowing of like life in general, just like living, like in a way, if that makes sense. But now I think like I've learned a lot and um, I've grown a lot. I think I've grown a lot in like inside, in my mind, and just being stronger and just being more mature about things. I guess. Yeah.
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 Where do you think, like, what in particular made you grow last year compared to, like, a year like 2020 or 2021? Why was it last
Yeah.
year? What happened in that year that made you grow?
I don't even know. I just feel like last year was just my year where like I was like feeling different, like growing
Mm,
up, like getting older, like wanting new things in my life, like in my future and like things that I didn't really understand in 2021, like, you know, my career and like, you know, just wanting to like grow more as an individual, like improve too.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. So do you have any goals for this year in particular?
I do. I mean, just getting more deeper in the acting industry for sure. Like definitely like getting more roles and doing more things, trying to get an agency and stuff. And just try to grind, you know, like do what I love, I guess. So yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Hmm.
I love that answer. Love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um, a little off topic, but just speaking about like the year, like talking about the
Yeah.
years, like, um, how did COVID affect your mental health? Like how did like what were you doing before that, and what were you doing like after? Like how did that change your perspective?
Yeah, I think COVID really, when COVID first happened, like I was like one of the first ones to get hit with it. Like I
Oh, you
had
had
it.
it.
Yeah, I had it and I lost my sense of smell, my sense
Oh,
of taste, like everything tasted weird, like my nose was burning. And it like really affected my mental health because like staying inside for so long, not knowing what to do, like really puts like a, you know, damper on your mind. So it was really good getting out of COVID, like getting out of you know, the lockdown and everything. And after that, I was able to kind of free my mind and get outside and finally do things again. But it did affect my mental health when I had COVID and just the lockdown. Because you
hmm
can go crazy like if you don't like get out and do things. You're like ah, but yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's definitely how I feel. It's like I
Hmm.
I uh I need to be I'm one of those people. I can't be inside all day.
Yeah,
I
no, I
need to get
can't
out
either.
at least like
Yeah.
for a 10-minute walk or
Hmm.
something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I am. Like I don't party, I don't do anything like that. But like just to get out and like go to dinner, or, like get out and go on a walk or lay out in the sun, like something, you know. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I feel
mhm.
like that's really important.
Yeah,
A a a a a nice walk is
nice
very
walk.
underestimated.
Yes. Yeah.
Or just going out, like, sometimes
Mhm.
it's tough to get out of bed and tough
Mhm.
to go out and do things, but if you can just look at it as, "Let me just get out for 10 minutes and do
Right.
something that makes me happy," like, if
Yeah.
it's a nice day out, like,
Mhm.
go to your favorite spot, it's like, that can really turn your day around.
Mhm. No, it really can. It's good for people to get out and get fresh air. I think it's very important. Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. Okay, cool. So now we're on to round 2.
Hey, round two.
Here we go. Okay.
All
So
right.
now
Now I get
oh,
to spin. Oh,
oh, whoops. There we
we got all mixed up.
go. It's a lot of buttons here. Okay. So yeah,
Okay.
so now you are gonna spin.
All
So
right.
whenever you're
Ready?
ready. Yes.
Boom.
Nice.
Nice. See what you get.
Look at that.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Okay, so you're gonna ask this to me.
All right. Cobra Kai kid, are you
Hmm.
lying to yourself about anything?
These questions
You're
are
like, how do I
so
even answer that?
these questions are so hard. Am I
I
lying to
know, I
myself about
know.
anything?
I feel like pressured and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's like I mean, I wanna, like, really get a good answer,
Yeah.
but, like, I don't wanna just sit here like,
No, it's all good. Take your
Yeah,
time. If you don't
okay.
have anything though, you can say like, I don't think I have anything.
Oh, no, I'm sure I'm lying to myself about certain
About
things.
something.
Um, mm, you know okay, okay, you know what? I'm honestly, I
You're like, you know
think
what?
okay, I think I know. Okay. I'm thinking about it, and,
Okay.
you know, it's like this is a really tough question because I mean, you're are you like I'm answering right? I am basically telling you something that I've been lying about.
Yeah, yeah, it's like, that's pretty deep, like,
Yeah,
oh.
because like if we were just talking right now, I'd probably be
Mhm.
lying about this.
You're like, "No, no, I haven't actually, that's crazy that you asked."
You know, I think something that I do, um, which I'm aware of isn't good, but I do it and I'm working hard not to, is
Mhm,
when things aren't uh going good for me, if I'm feeling down, if something happens, I I take a lot of the I kind of put it all on myself
mhm,
and like I blame myself and then,
yeah,
I I kind of like, tear myself down. Even if it's
mhm,
something that's not my fault, it's like, "Why did you do this? Why didn't you do that?" And then I kinda,
mhm,
like, sometimes it's like the, "You suck," or whatever, "You're not good enough."
yeah,
And you
mhm,
know what? I think I'm working on that, but, I think what I'm lying to myself about is in those moments when I say, like, "You suck," or "You're not good enough," I think I am good enough.
yeah,
I think I don't really believe those things.
yeah,
It's just,
yeah,
like, saying it because of what's happening, but, like, when my mind is more clear and I'm not so
mhm,
emotional,
yeah,
I'm not really telling myself those same things, so I feel like that's what I'm lying to myself
lying
about.
about? Okay,
Mhm.
yeah. No, I can relate to that for sure, like, like, it's hard to, like, when you're, like, tearing yourself down, it's hard to pick yourself back up and be like, "No, I am good," because it's
Mhm.
like, naturally, I think humans are so, like, critical on themselves, like, "I'm terrible," or, like, "This sucks," but if you can, like, tell yourself, like, "No, I don't suck, like, I'm fine, like, I do good. There's always room for improvement, but, like, I'm doing fine," I think that's good.
Mm. Our
Mhm.
mind is our worst enemy.
No, it is, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure. Mhm.
Yeah. It's what I find amazing is, like, if you can change your mindset,
Yeah,
it can really free you and make you so
yeah,
much better because
yeah.
and you know what? I'm gonna tie this to Cobra Kai.
There we go. Why not?
Okay. One of the greatest senseis, John Kreese.
Yeah. Mhm.
You're familiar with him.
Oh, yeah, just a little bit.
Just a
I've heard of
little.
him.
You've heard of him.
I've
He
heard of
had a
him.
line to Tori in season 3 where he said, "When something bad happens, you have 2 choices. You can let
Yeah.
it build you up, or you can let it
Mhm.
tear you down."
I actually really like that quote a lot. That's you can relate that to real life.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I've been definitely thinking about that quote, a lot recently, and it is crazy
Mhm.
because when, uh, when something bad does happen, say,
Mhm.
like okay, let's make up a scenario. Friend your
Yeah.
friend is
Your friend.
your friend is starting a rumor about you or whatever,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm. Mhm.
A rumor that you give me something. What's a bad rumor that we could do?
Hmm. Gosh. I remember that you, like, toilet papered their house, like, TP'd their house. Even though it's not that bad, but, like,
The rumor is that you
that's the first
toilet
thing that
paper
came to my mind.
There you go. The rumor is that you toilet papered their house,
Yeah.
even though you didn't,
Yeah.
right? You
Mhm.
have 2 choices. You can either be like, "Oh my god, I am terrible. I am the worst person ever." Like, even though it's something you
Mhm.
didn't do, it's like, "Oh, like I
Mhm.
suck. They think I'm bad. If they
Yeah.
think I'm bad, then I'm bad."
Yeah.
Or you could say, "Wait a second. I didn't do that.
Mhm.
That's not gonna bother me. I know who I am. I did not do that."
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it's crazy because it's the same situation, but it's all about the mindset, which can
Yeah.
completely change how you feel, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like sometimes it's hard to have like a really good mindset about like certain situations, like training your brain to be like, okay, this is fine, like just like, don't worry about it. Like I didn't, rather than just being like, oh, like this sucks, So
Yeah. Yeah. So a quick little story.
mhm,
My car, I it happened one time. One time I've
mhm.
learned from it. Uh, I left the light on in the
Oh,
car,
okay. Okay.
and I was stranded at a mall, pretty much.
Oh
That's just
no.
I know, yeah. So I
That's terrible.
was, and it was so late. I was by
Yeah.
myself. I was already freaking out, right? I was
Right.
so in my head. So I call AAA, whoever, to come,
Yeah.
and I'm already like so anxious.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, like at least I'm calling someone, they're gonna help me.
Right. Right.
The guy gets there, he's smoking a cigarette and he's holding gas.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
not a rocket scientist, but like I don't think
but
like the flames like of a cigarette and gas can be
oh, that's
pretty.
so dumb.
And he's like, "Here, fill." He gives me the tank, and he's like, "Here, fill it up, or we're both gonna die." That's what he says. I'm like, "Oh, okay,
You're like, okay, thanks.
thanks." And I was like, "This guy was just, he was terrible. He was terrible."
You should have told him like, dude, you have like a cig and gasoline. That's bad. He would have been like, what?
This guy, but you know what? This guy made a decision, like an unconscious decision that like
Hmm.
when he was gonna get there, he was gonna be a I'm trying to think of a polite word. He was gonna
um,
be a butthead.
he was gonna be mean.
He was gonna be mean. He was gonna be mean right away. There was
Yeah,
nothing that I was very like when he came, I was like, "Hi there, thank you so much." He
yeah.
just ignored me and kept walking.
I bet you were
So
like, okay, this is gonna be fun.
yeah, I got my car. It got figured
There
out.
you
It got
go.
figured out. It got figured
Yeah.
out. But yeah, that was tough. So the car ride back, you know, was that it was tough because at that time,
Hmm.
what I should have been telling myself was this guy is mean. This guy is rude. This is a reflection of
Yeah.
him and not on you. I did not do
Exactly.
anything wrong. But you know
Exactly.
what? I was so stressed and I had so much anxiety from the whole night that
Hmm.
I was taking it all out of myself. I was like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Yeah.
why is this happening to me? This is
Yeah.
terrible." You know?
Yeah. I'm like a people pleaser, so I always feel like everything that like happens is like my fault. And I'm
Mm,
always like, even if someone's mean to me, like I'm like, oh, like I must like suck, like, or like something, but I don't ever see it like their fault. I'm always like, oh, like it's me, like but I think that's like one of my weaknesses. It's like trying to like always please everybody, you know, the best I can. But sometimes it's
mhm.
like maybe I should like focus on myself too, like, what makes me happy as well. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, do you feel like I know I feel like this, like, it's
Mhm.
like you're trying to do the right you're trying to do the right thing, but, like,
Yeah.
it's just like when someone resents that or resents you, it's
Mhm.
like you feel like, "Oh, no, I'm not doing the right thing," even though you are, but it's just
Yeah.
them, you
Yeah.
know?
That's exactly how it is. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once again, it all goes to that mindset
I know.
of like, someone else with more confidence in my AAA scenario would have been like, "Okay, that guy's mean, whatever," like, and
Yeah.
roll it off their shoulders. But me, and
Yeah.
I'm so sensitive
Yeah.
that I took heart to it, and you kind of sound like, even you're a very nice person. You're a very nice
Thank you.
person, of
Thank you.
course. But you know what? you were not gonna get anything from this AAA guy. He was just it would have
Yeah.
it's whoever he met, it was just he was in a mood. He was in a
Yeah,
mood.
exactly. Sometimes you can try like all day with like certain people, but like if they're just not like the personality, like has a good personality, it's hard to be nice to people like that. So you just gotta let it roll off your shoulders the best you
Yeah.
can.
Now, I'm curious, do you have any friends or have you ever seen like someone who um is able to like so easily let things roll off their shoulders and you're like, how?
Yeah. Yeah, actually my best friend, um, she's like she doesn't really let anything bother her and and that's good. And that's why I'm like, oh, I wish I could like be like that. But I'm trying. But she just like if
Yeah.
something happens, she's like, whatever. I'm like, dang. I wish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think there's a balance with it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
be being sensitive and then also letting things
I'm
roll off your
sensitive.
shoulders. You're
Yeah.
sensitive.
Yeah, I'm very sensitive.
But that's a good
But
thing.
yeah, I think it is too. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, you know, you don't want to be too sensitive to the point where it's like everything gets to you, but then you
Yeah.
also don't want to let everything roll off your shoulder to the point where you're just ignoring every situation.
Yeah. You have to find like that good balance. And it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Has that been something you've been trying to do recently?
Try not to let things bother me. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying? Yeah. Um, Nothing really like lately. Nothing's bothered me like at all. But like in my past, like yeah, things would be like bothering me. Just like if I was in school and like certain people were mean or like and I like wouldn't let it go. I'd be like, oh, like But now I
Mhm.
think I think I do really good of letting things go. And I think that comes with age too, like just maturing, like letting things just roll off your shoulder. So,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
mhm.
I have another question for you.
Mhm.
On the Cobra Kai set,
Yeah.
I know it's a very fun environment, but it's also a work setting. It can be
Yeah.
very stressful.
Mhm.
Um, any are there any times or situations where you find yourself um maybe getting overwhelmed or stressed out when you're there?
Mhm. Yeah. For sure. I think being around like a lot of people stresses me out.
Mhm.
And I love like being in front of a camera. I love doing that. But sometimes it can be a little overwhelming, like with everyone standing there and like saying action, like everyone's standing there. And I think that can be a little overwhelming, but I love it. There's not really many things on set that overwhelm me, really. Because I just love it so much. But I think maybe some of the actors are a little overwhelming because meeting them for the first time, you're like, oh god. But you get used to it, I think, pretty quick. I do, anyways.
Yeah, yeah. Especially
Yeah.
like what is it like when you go into a new location?
Yeah,
Like
like a new set location.
a new set location and like
Hmm.
everyone's there and it's like, "Oh, where am I going? What do I
Yeah,
do?"
it's hard because you have to get used to it. I think like a lot of last season we spent a lot of time in this like in one location in this like building. And so if they were like, all right, we're having a new location for like the water park scene last season, it's like new and you're like, oh god, like where do I go? Like it's so overwhelming. But once you find where you're supposed to go, for the most part, the rest of the day is pretty easy and fun. So,
Yeah.
mm,
I
mm.
find myself overwhelmed at a regular water park. I don't know what I'd do on a
Me too.
film set water park. It's like, oh.
I have one thing that I struggle with very big. I don't think that's the right word, but is social anxiety. I have
Mhm.
really bad social anxiety. I go in person, like public, and I'm like, oh, like, what if I don't look good? Or like, do I look weird? Or like, this my face expressions? Like, it's been a struggle, but I'm trying to like work past it. So, mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, when you go out, is that has that
Mhm.
ever been something that's, like, held you back from doing anything?
Yeah. I used to, like, go to the gym, and I couldn't work out because, like, people were, like, looking at me,
Mm.
and I don't know, I think, like, my mom tries to tell me, like, like, "It's okay, like, they're probably not paying any attention," but, like, I see people that, like, look at me, and it just, like, gives me, like, anxiety, and I don't know. It's hard to explain in a way. I think the biggest thing is criticism. Like, I don't want people to, like, criticize me in public, I guess. That's why. Like, I feel social anxiety because 'cause I'm like, "Oh, like, what if I'm doing this, like, squat wrong or something?" And they're,
Yeah.
like, judging in their head, like, I don't know. Just
Yeah. Yeah.
that's my biggest, like I need to work on that a lot, but
You're not alone. I remember when I, first started going to the gym, I was, like, terrified to
mhm.
go, like, I didn't wanna like, if I went to a new gym
Mhm.
or my first time going to a public gym, it's like, there's all the equipment. You're not gonna just, like, know what to do right away, so you gotta, like,
Yeah.
walk around and look around, but I felt so uncomfortable just walking and staring at the equipment,
Yep.
like, I was just like, I didn't know what I was doing,
That's
and I was
exactly
like
how and just the thought of me, like, sitting there trying to figure out the equipment in front of, like, all
Yeah.
these people, like, stresses me out, and I'm like, "Let me just go on something I know how to use,"
Mm.
because then I don't like the, what's the thing that you run on? Oh my god.
Treadmill?
Yeah, treadmill. I
Okay.
was trying to think of, like, escalator or something, but yeah,
Oh,
treadmill.
there's, like, an escalator machine,
Yeah,
yeah.
like, something yeah, and so I got on that, and I did that, like, the whole, like, 30 minutes I was there, pretty
Oh, wait,
much.
is
It
it
was
elliptical? Elliptical? Was it
I
that one?
yeah,
Is it the
the
one with
one with
your
the
arms?
stairs?
Oh, the
Oh, that too.
escalator. You did
Like, the
that too.
little yeah, it's like
Yeah,
all those little
yeah,
guys, I got on those, but that's
yeah.
about it. Cause I don't know.
Because you know how to do those ones.
Yeah, the thought of people watching me do things is, like, scary to me. I don't know, and I, like, act too, isn't that funny? But,
Yeah.
like, that doesn't bother me. Like, being on set and, like, acting doesn't bother me with tons of people watching me. So, it's weird. It's so weird.
Mm,
It's weird, but something is, like, just different about being on set. I don't know. I don't know.
that's very
Who
interesting.
knows? Yeah.
That's very interesting. So you're saying
Yeah.
that, like, okay, if you were at the gym for a
Yeah.
film, you're saying that, like, you would feel differently, like, being on set at the gym,
Mhm.
like, filming something rather than just being at the gym on your own.
Yeah. And you know what I think it is? It's
Yeah.
because I know everyone on set and I don't know everyone in a gym on a regular daily basis. I
Mm,
think that's if I know people, I think it's easier. Like my social anxiety isn't as bad. I think.
yeah.
That's so weird.
And you know what it may be, like, I mean, this may or may not be true, but,
Mhm.
like, I think it's just natural for us to, like, make, like, assumptions about other people.
Yeah.
When you see other
Yeah.
people at the gym, like, you just kinda naturally, "Okay, that person's probably this, that person's probably this." So that's why we think that they're doing it to us too, and maybe they
Exactly.
are.
Maybe they are. Who knows?
Maybe they
I
are,
need to
maybe they
let
aren't.
it I need to learn to let it go.
Mm.
Be like, they're probably not looking at me. It's fine. If they are, who cares? But
Yeah, it's a very tough thing, like, I know when I go out, like, I if I'm in a crowd of a lot of people,
mhm.
I try to just stay to myself
Yeah.
and not really, like, look at people because when I
Yeah.
start looking at people, like, directly and looking at everyone, it's like, okay, like, they're thinking something about me, but if I stay in
Yeah.
my own world, it's like, I'm good. I'm chilling.
Yeah. 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 That's how and especially at the mall, if I, like, go to the mall with my best friend,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
oh my god, me looking at the clothes, I'm like, "Do I look weird right now?" Like, am I, like it's, like, an issue, but I'm trying to learn to resolve it. So,
I am with you, like, even yeah, like, when I'm, like, at a store, like,
yeah.
if I'm at the grocery store, I feel like I never belong there.
No, I yes, that's how I am. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I feel weird. So even when I'm eating in public, I'm like, am I like looking weird while I'm eating? But I don't know. I think it's just your mind, like
Mm.
goes in circles.
It's a mindset thing, it's all a
It
mindset
is.
thing.
Yeah.
because then you could see someone else doing those same things and it
Yeah.
doesn't bother them at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think it's just about, it's not something that gets fixed overnight.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah, it
it's
doesn't. You have to work on it.
yeah, yeah. And like, something that I'm trying to tell myself is like, okay, it's not going to happen overnight, but like
Exactly.
say like you go to the gym and like one day the whole session you're thinking about what everyone's thinking about you, but then the
Right.
next time you're only thinking about that 95% of the time. I'm like, okay, okay,
Exactly.
some progress.
Exactly. So progress. Mhm.
Progress is key.
It is. It's things don't come very quickly. Like some things don't come quick, but you have to like just trust that it will, you know, in the future. Always
100%.
room for like improvement. So,
Yeah. And what's me and you have never spoken about this in particular, but look how we're
yeah.
relating
I
to
know. I know. Look at that.
and
Mhm.
it's something like I see you're an actress in front of the camera all the time, and now
Mhm.
you're opening up about, sometimes
Yeah.
being in public and, feeling shy. And even me, I'm on camera a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So it's
You
like
are.
people
You are on camera a lot.
so people might think like, oh, like they're fine, but but everyone can relate to, kind of being insecure, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I don't think many people out there are like not insecure. I think everybody has like some sort of like insecurity, whether it's physical or mental. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
no one's alone, even if you feel like you are, you're not.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
helping people, like people that are gonna watch this video, I think it'll help a lot of people. You know?
I think so too. I think
Yeah.
so too. I'm
So,
I'm I'm really enjoying discussing this.
yeah. Me too. Me too.
Yeah. And it's not even like, um even like because we were talking about like the gym, it's not even like about physical appearance. Like someone could have the greatest body in the
Yeah.
world, but they're still dealing with
Yeah.
insecurities of their
Absolutely.
own.
Absolutely.
So it's important to not judge so
Yeah.
quickly, even though our minds, I think we just naturally can look at someone and make an assumption, but it's important to try not to
For
let
sure.
that.
For sure. And I think everyone has insecurities, like even like people that you think wouldn't, like these big celebrities or something. I think
Hmm,
everybody does. And a lot of people do a very good job of hiding it, but yeah.
definitely, especially celebrities who
Yeah.
are in the public eye so much, and
Yeah.
everyone is perceiving them as something like they can't even
Yeah.
come out and say like this is who I am. Like a lot of times you have like the internet is like telling them like who they are, and it's like
Yep. Yep.
what.
And it's like, are they like blah blah blah? And yeah, it's I think when you have that big of an audience, it is hard to you really have to think about how you're gonna say certain things. You don't want to get canceled. You don't want to, it's sad, but it's just how it is, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Like even when Jacob Bertrand and Peyton List, like, we we
Yeah.
we found out they started dating. I think people already assumed, but it wasn't official until
Right.
TMZ like came in their face. I'm like,
Hollywood
bruh,
Fix is out there. Peyton, are you? I'm like, guys, just let it
just
go.
who gives a crap? Let
Right.
them do
I,
their thing.
they were in their house and like they're like, should we post it? I don't know. Like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I mean they weren't gonna lie about not being together, but I don't like how it wasn't something that they could come out and be like, okay, guys, like we're ready
Right.
to tell you. They were
Right.
cornered by reporters, and I
Yeah.
I despise that.
Yeah, I do too. I hate that for people like that because like they don't want to be bombarded and they could be having a bad day, like you never know. But
Hmm.
I think just give people their space, is good.
Definitely, definitely.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. Are you ready to go on to the next one?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Is it my turn to answer or yours?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be spinning the wheel and asking you the question.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. Ready?
All right. I'm ready.
Boop.
Okay. Hey, there we go. Oh, I hope I get a good one. I'm gonna get like such a bad one.
Ooh. Okay. Reagan,
Ooh.
when was the last time you cried?
Oh my goodness. I'm trying to
Mm,
think because it's been a while. It'll come to me though. I'm trying to think.
yeah, take your time.
Hmm. When's the last time I cried? You know, maybe like a like a month ago or so, because it has not been recent. Maybe like a month ago, and it was probably about something that was dumb that I cried about. Probably like my phone. Oh, that's what it was. About a month ago, I do remember now. I cried about my phone because my Instagram like wouldn't let me post like a story.
Mm.
It's stupid. But it wouldn't let me post a story on my Instagram. It was like a selfie of me or something, and it like kept taking it off, and I got really angry, and I started crying, and then I like deleted Instagram and tried to re-download it, and it wouldn't re-download, and that's what it was. I got really upset.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah. First off, it's not stupid. It's not stupid.
yeah. It's just
I'm curious. What?
first world problems, so you know. It's like why was I crying? But
Well, did you have like was it like a do you think it was built up emotion?
I
Was it really the Instagram that caused you to cry, or was it like other stuff kind of building up
You
to that
know,
moment?
I think it was actually my Instagram. Maybe it was I was just having a bad day. I didn't sleep good the night before, but usually things that like if my phone doesn't work, it like makes me mad. Like I get really
Mm,
frustrated if like my phone doesn't work or something. Um again, I needed to just let it go. But it's
mhm.
hard sometimes because I'm like, oh, like why won't it work? But yeah, that's the last time I cried, and you know, things happen.
Yeah. So did you get it resolved? Were you able
Yeah,
to
I
you were able
got
to
it
post it?
resolved. Thank goodness, right?
Thank goodness. Okay. So let's say tonight
Mhm.
you wanna post something else on your story and it doesn't work. How would you maybe handle it differently? Like, what do you think you could do like to like say like you feel like the emotion coming up. Like what
Yeah.
do you think you could do this time? Did you learn anything from that moment?
No. I ju I was just mad. I think this time if it happened again, I would sit and think of all the things I'm thankful for and realize that this isn't that big of a deal and it'll probably be resolved the next day and
Mm,
that I don't need to worry about it. Because I think I'm very much in the moment. Like, if something doesn't
yeah.
happen, like, right then, I'm like, "Oh, like, this is" but I think maybe just leave it alone and go fold like laundry or something and then come back to it, you know,
Mhm.
relax.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I know you said it was stupid, but I really I don't think it's stupid at all because I
Yeah.
also can relate in the sense of like, you know, like on my channel, like I am not that like good with the technical aspect of it, right?
I'm so bad.
It's hard. It's
It
hard.
is, it is. I'm trying though. It's
You're an actress, so it's like, I mean, like like something on its own. The
yeah.
technical side is like you need to like devote like a like as much time and effort into that. Like you can't just
Yeah.
like pick up a book and be like, okay, I got it.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. I'm like on my phone, like, where's the action and cut button? I'm like just thinking about acting the whole time. No. I have developed, like, a new hobby, though. I've gotten into gaming a lot recently.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I have, like, a setup. I don't have everything yet. I'm gonna get it eventually, but doing like that as a hobby, you know, like streaming and stuff, I think that might help a lot too with just I don't know, like mental health maybe? Playing
Yeah.
games.
Where are you streaming on?
I haven't started yet, but I'm going to on Twitch. I'm gonna
Oh,
stream on
sick.
Twitch eventually, so I'm excited. I'm pretty excited.
I 100% think you should do that.
You think
100%.
so?
100%.
I think I'd really like it. My brother is always the gamer in the family. Like he always like has the setup and oh like but like I don't know. I think because my boyfriend is like huge in like gaming. I think it's like I don't know. I'm around it so much, I guess, that I'm like maybe I should give it a shot.
Yeah, yeah. And also there's something really fun and special about doing it live with like a little
Yes.
community, you know?
Yeah. I would love that. I'd love for people to like watch what I'm doing. I think that means so much to me. Be like, y'all are actually watching what I'm doing? Like, wow.
Yeah, yeah. Like that's how I feel like when I live stream, it's so special. Like, if there's times where I feel alone, it's like I go live and like there's like it could be like 100 people. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God. And even if it's like one person or two people, I'm like,
Yeah.
this
You're
this
like, oh
means
my
so
god.
much to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a great idea for you. I would
Thank
I
you.
would watch. I would watch the streams.
Would you? Heck yeah. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome. I'd be
Yeah.
having it. It'd be entertaining for sure. I would like, like the next Kai Cenat. But like girl version.
Yeah. So what kind of games do you play?
So I'm probably gonna do like Fall Guys, even though Fall Guys is kind of like not really in right now. I'd still try it. Um, I don't know. Try to, I guess like Valorant. Valorant would be fun. Um, I like watching like a bunch of Valorant streamers. So yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think that would be fun to watch.
I feel like if
Every
you're an entertaining person, you can play any game, and people will like watch you. Like honestly, I feel like
Yeah.
yeah,
1000%. I
yeah,
I believe that like there's like content creators that I look up to that
yeah,
like they've intrigued me so much with their content that like I could
yeah.
watch a video of them making a bagel and I'll still be entertained.
Exactly. Them sitting by a pool, and I'd be like, "Oh, what's gonna happen next?"
Videos on
Them
loop
tanning.
and like yeah,
Yeah, just for an
videos on loop.
hour.
You don't even realize that you're just yeah.
Oh,
And you have a very fun personality, so it's
thank
like,
you.
of course. So it's like you wouldn't just be playing a game and not
Yeah.
being engaging. Like I could definitely see you, especially like with your YouTube channel, like seeing your
Yeah.
personality there.
I
Like
know I need to come back. I need to come back to
yes.
YouTube. It's been too long. I'm trying to think of what kind of content to put out. Something that people will really enjoy, not just to, post, but I don't know.
Hmm.
I got
Yeah.
ideas and stuff, so
Yeah. You know, something that you just mentioned that something that I just thought of, which I think would be
mhm.
really cool. It's up to you.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool to hear some stories about your experience on Cobra Kai, like from
Okay.
your perspective. I feel like that would be
Yeah.
cool. Like as someone who's on the show, that'd be
That would
interesting.
be
I think
really cool. That's a
I
good
think people would
idea.
like that.
Yeah. I think so too. Dang, I might have to consider that.
Yeah. And the
Mhm.
Cobra Kai pranks, of course.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
good.
of course. That
Gotta
was,
do
like,
that.
one of my best videos.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, are we ready for the third and final round?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so this is gonna be you spinning the wheel, okay?
Alright.
This is
Ready?
the last time, so make it count.
Alright. Boom.
Nice. Ooh, Okay, so you're asking me this.
Oh, that's a good question.
Mhm.
Dang. I wish I had that one.
You can answer it too. You can answer it too.
Oh, you go first since it's your question.
All right, I'll go first, and
Yeah.
then I want to hear your answer because you have one right away. All right. So the question is, what am I feeling a lot of lately?
Good question.
Very
Oh
good
yeah, what are you
question.
feeling a lot of lately? Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
Forgot to ask you.
What am I feeling a lot of lately?
Karate. Just kidding.
You know what? Do you want to? You have something in mind, so why don't you answer, and then maybe like they'll like give me some
It'll
time
come
to
to
think.
you.
Yeah, you had one right away.
Yeah, I just really like the question a lot.
Yeah,
I feel a lot of happiness. I do.
great.
hmm
That's amazing.
I do. Thank you. Your turn? No, I'm just kidding.
You
Um,
gotta give me
I
some more
think
time.
I think happiness because like one, like I am dating now and that's a big part of like my life now.
Mhm,
Um, so I've had a lot of like fun and have a lot of happiness because I when you find the one that you're supposed to be with, it's like your life kind of like changes in a way. Like you're happier
mhm.
and you're like completed.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Before I was kind of like not lost, but like I was like I don't know like what I want or like I was very like confused. But now I
Mm,
think I'm on a better track than I was before.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
someone who can like help like inspire you and like build you
Yeah.
up and like support
Be there
you.
for you and yeah, it's a
That's
big
key.
part. Yeah.
I I'm so happy for you that like
Oh,
I love that like as soon as that question popped up, happiness. That's amazing.
thank you.
It's
Thank you.
amazing. You know?
Yeah. Thank you.
Especially like I'm sure like there were certain points of your life where if that question popped up, maybe you wouldn't be saying the same answer, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like if you would have asked me like, I don't know, like months ago, I would have been like confused maybe. That's what I would have said.
Yeah.
Just not knowing like, like sometimes I don't really know like what I'm doing, but now I
Mhm.
think I have a good idea.
Yeah. So are you like even in those periods where maybe you felt confused, not knowing
Mhm.
what you were doing, are you like are you grateful now for those moments because of where you are? Can you appreciate the happiness that you're feeling because of that?
Absolutely. That's a really good question. Yeah, because like I like the quote that says you got to be up to be like you got to be down to be up.
Yeah.
And once you're down, like you feel bad, and you think everything sucks, but once you're up, like and you start feeling better, you appreciate that because you know how it used to be and now it's better. So you can you can remember and be like, oh yeah, I remember when things weren't going my way, but I'm like more appreciative and thankful of things now because they're better. So
Yeah, yeah. Like I remember like times where like I would have good things happen to me and it was like, oh, like this is great. I appreciate it. But then like there was a period where like everything just sucked and it sucked for so long and I was just so
hmm
down. And then when good things started happening after that, it was like I was so appreciative of it.
yeah, yeah,
Um
so am
yeah,
I. Yeah.
definitely. So so what am I feeling a lot of lately?
hmm
I I would say mm, this is you know, I would say I'm trying to feel I do
hmm
feel gratitude. I would say
Okay.
gratitude.
Okay.
I would
No,
s
that's good.
yeah, I would say I have been feeling gratitude and I'm trying to even in the moments where I'm not grateful for something, like I'm trying
hmm
to like look at it in a positive way and especially with what we
Absolutely.
talked about like feeling down and then like now it's like when certain things are happening to me, I can like really be more aware and I can appreciate them more
Yep.
because of how I know I felt before. So just being grateful for, okay, like something may not be great now, but like I have this, or
Right.
um trying to look on the bright side and just trying to be grateful for the gift of life.
That's
You
good, that's good. I love that. I love that a lot. Mhm.
Yes. I I'm
That's
trying to
good. No, I think you killed that question. Yeah.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I would say I have been feeling a lot of gratitude lately,
Mhm.
but I wanna be more. I wanna feel more.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to. I'm trying to
Wanna be
at the same
yeah,
time.
wanna feel more. Okay. Yeah.
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 Yeah,
That's good.
it's I think it's like, for me, um, like I could have a really bad day or I could be like in a really bad mood and it could be for something that, other people might think it's a small thing, but for me it's really big. And then what'll
Yeah.
happen is I'll be like walking down the street thinking about my problems,
Mhm.
and then I see someone on the street who's homeless. And
Right.
then
It makes your problems go away.
right then and there, it's like
Right.
boom, nothing about me matters.
Yep.
This person is all that's on my mind. And it's like in my
Yep.
head, I'm like, I wish I could do whatever I could to help them. And
Yep.
nothing about me matters. It's like it's crazy. It's like a
Yeah.
switch. Just
Yeah. It really makes you appreciative of, like, just everything. When things like that happen, you're like, "Wow, I my problems are not that big compared to, like, this person or this person." So,
yeah,
I wish
yeah.
I could help.
It's tough because
Mhm.
you could only do what you can do, you know?
Yeah. I feel bad, like, when I'm driving and I see, like, these people, like, holding up a sign that says, like, I don't know, "I need food," or something, I feel so bad to, like, drive past them, but
Mm,
in a way, like, you don't know, like, what they're gonna be, like, using the money for, and I
yeah.
I want it to go towards something good, like, actually food and not something, like, bad, and
Mhm.
so,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, there's so many ways like to help
Yes.
people, and it's
Yes.
not just about giving money. Like what we're doing right now,
Yeah. Exactly, exactly.
I think it could be really helpful because it's like, you know, there's so many times where like people feel alone and
Yeah.
like no one can relate, but like now the two of us are opening up about our experiences.
Mhm.
And I feel like if me and you are able to relate, I feel like there's a lot of people out there
For
who
sure.
who
For
will
sure.
these are
Mhm.
common things, you know?
Yeah. Everybody goes through them, and, like, people that'll, like, probably watch this, I think that people will be like, "Oh, that's exactly how I was feeling, but, like, I was scared to, like, talk about it or, like, didn't know how to say it." So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Did you, because now you're comfortable talking about it, but, like, what
Mhm.
were you ever not comfortable talking about it?
Um, I've my whole life, I've always been very comfortable about talking about, like, anything. Like, I'm
Mhm.
really an open book, like, I don't really care, to keep things in. I like to talk about it because other people might feel the same way but are scared to talk about it. So if I talk about it and they're like, "Oh, like, that's what I was thinking," you know? I don't know. I'm pretty open. I'll answer, like, any question about anything really, so, you know.
That's great. That's
Thank
great.
you. Thank you.
Yeah. Helps a lot of people.
Yeah, I hope so. That's what I wanna do. I wanna help many people, so.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And even in this video, like, guys, comment, like, your stories down below,
Yeah,
answer some of these questions, reply to each other's comments, you
because I
know?
go back and read your, like, comments. I wanna see what people say, so.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're hearing it right here. Reagan's gonna be reading the comments, so
Yep, they like a couple too.
oh, okay, okay, okay,
Oh,
okay. It's um got some incentive there. That's the word I was
there
looking
you
for.
go.
Yeah. But like that, I feel like that would be cool for this video in particular, not just to comment your thoughts, but to reply to everyone's comments and
For
like,
sure.
you know, it's like, even though like, this is like an online community, it's still a
Yeah,
community, and
it
like
is.
you're not alone.
No, power of social media. You can talk to pretty much anybody on
Yeah.
on social media. So yeah,
It could be a great tool. I know a lot of
yeah.
people have made there's a lot of like, Discord and like
Oh yeah.
different things where people make friends. It's great.
A lot of people meet on Twitch. There's like couples, and they're like, "Oh, where'd y'all meet?" And they're like, "Twitch chat." I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, wow, that's crazy. So you never know
Yeah,
who can see your
definitely.
stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
And my
100%.
DMs are always open as well if you need to talk, anybody. So
It's very very nice of you. Very nice.
thank you.
Yeah. Not many people would come out and say that, so that's great.
Hmm, thank you. I try.
That's great. Of course. I think we're at the last one.
All right.
The last
The
one.
last
Okay.
question.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. Let's do it right here. So I'm gonna spin this and ask this to you.
All
Okay.
right.
Why don't we do it together? Why don't we do it
Yeah,
together?
you want to do it together?
Let's do
All
it
right.
together. Okay. Count it down.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
Hmm. What's the biggest mistake you've made?
Yeah. So
That's so deep. I don't
yeah,
know.
this is for you. So what's the biggest mistake you've made, Reagan?
Okay. I do know. I don't know if this is like a. I guess it's like a mistake. But I'm like, I'm very, like, I can be open minded, but not a lot of times I'm very, like, closed minded. My way is the only way.
Mhm.
And I think, like, I don't like when people, like, tell me how to do things or, like, tell me what to do because I'm usually like, I know how to do it. I know how to do it. But then, like, something happens and then, like, I mess up or something. And then I'm like, dang, they told me that that wasn't right. So I think my biggest mistake is like being like closed-minded. Like I don't really know if that's a mistake, but something I could definitely improve on and like be more open-minded and let people tell me how to do things if they see I'm doing something like not right or you know, I'm always thinking like my way is like always the right
Mhm.
way. So I think
Yeah.
maybe that might be my biggest mistake. My
Yeah.
biggest like weakness that I need to learn.
Mhm. It could be tough when like, because everyone has their own opinions. Everyone's so set on certain things, and
Yes.
then someone else is kind of contradicting you. It's like, but my way is my
Yeah.
way.
Or, like, if I'm, like, doing so like, painting something and someone's like, "Well, I think you should do it this way," or, like, "If this is, like, the better way, you should use acrylic paint." I'm like, "No, like, I got it." And then it ends up, like, not working out, and I'm like, "Oh, they were right."
Yeah.
But I hate to admit that because 'cause I'm like, I lost.
Yeah, yeah. You feel
And I hate that, but
that's the Cobra Kai mindset.
that's yeah,
Don't
that's what it
ad- don't
is.
no don't admit to defeat.
My way or the highway, you know what I mean? No.
Yeah.
But only in certain situations, like, where I think I'm confident, I'm like, "No, I got it, I know exactly what I'm doing." And it doesn't
Mhm.
work, I'm like, "Well."
Yeah. Well, especially if it's something you're passionate about and that you're good at, right?
Exact that's yeah, you nailed it. Something that I know for a fact I'm good at, or, like, if I'm passionate about and someone tells me how to do something, I'm like, "I just need to work on that."
Yeah, and then if it's like something you're not that great at, it's like, yeah, you'd be open to take advice, but
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah, 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 that's kind of what I've been going through. Like I used to like make like a lot of like films by myself. So it was always my
Okay.
vision, my
Yeah,
thing. And now I'm collaborating with some other people, and they're kind
it's
of telling
harder.
me like you got to do this, and I'm like, yeah, but I spent 10 hours writing this and you want me to change it? Oh yeah, sure, let me just change
I've
it.
been doing this for years by myself.
It's like, "Thanks for the advice." And then you just have to,
Yeah.
like and then you just have to, like, smile and be like, "Yeah,
And
I'm
again,
not
like
gonna do I'm not gonna I'm not even listening."
yes, because, like, again, I'm a people pleaser, so, like, every time someone tells me something, I'm like, "Oh, okay, like, yeah, you're right, whatever." Even
Mhm.
though I know they're not right, but, like, I let them.
Yeah. You know, something that I've been working on that yeah, I could put it, like, to answer the question, "What's the biggest mistake I've made?" I don't biggest mistake I've ever made, you know,
That's
that's a
I don't know. Like, maybe when I was little, I, like, hit a kid or something, like, I was a kid, like, like, I don't know. I don't know. There's, like, nobody's perfect, so everybody, like, has made mistakes, right? Like, to be clear, I was little too.
Yeah. I
I
hope.
was probably, like yeah, no, I was probably, like, 5 or something.
I have certain memories of bad things that I've done. Like, stole toys from my friend once, like, when I was, like,
Yeah,
7, and I don't think I
I
ever
think I
told
did
him.
that too. Like, there's so many things when I was little, I guess, that, like, happened that I don't know.
Yeah. In the past, I feel like, I would be, like, with, like, friends and family, like,
Yeah.
people I'm close with, it's easier to be close-minded and just be like, "No, like, it's okay, I got it," because you're comfortable with that.
Yes. That's
You
me in every situation. I got it. I got it.
I got it, just don't tell me I got it.
I'm, like,
Um,
putting the shelf up, and I'm like, "I got it," and it falls down. And I'm like, "No, I don't I don't have it."
literally, and then with, like, strangers,
Mhm.
it's like, you're more likely to hear them out just because they're a stranger, you don't wanna, like, talk back, you
Yeah, you
know?
don't wanna be rude to strangers. Come on.
No, no. I've been trying to work on, listening to everyone's opinions,
Yeah,
and that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to take everything everyone says, you know?
that's true. That you're so right. Yep.
And but, that's what I'm trying to work on. So, like, if my mom says something, it could be so easy for me to be like, "Mom, I got it." But then, like, you know what?
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, she might have a good idea. I'm like, "Okay, you know what? Like,
Yeah.
at least I listened. At least I was open."
Yeah.
Um, and that could be a big difference. So it's just like, just because you let someone say something doesn't mean you have to take
Take
it,
it.
just hear them
Yeah.
out.
Just hear them out, and if you don't like it, then you don't have to take it.
Because wouldn't we want to be heard, right? Like,
Right.
imagine,
Exactly.
everyone wants to be heard. So
Yeah,
it's
because
like,
if I tell someone, "Hey, I think you should do it this way," and then they're like, "No, I got it," I'm like, "Dang, you're rude."
you're just trying to help. You're just trying to
Right.
help.
I'm just trying to help, yeah. Cause like, I remember, like, back in school, like, we would be in partners, like, group of 4, and we'd have to make this, like, poster board and everything, and, like, I would be, like, the one to put things, in the places because 'cause I'm, like, organized, and then people would be like, "I think this should go here," and I'm like, "No, it should go right here." Like, I was already, like and now I'm like, "Maybe I should have just listened a little bit." Instead of, like,
Yeah.
shut them up so quick.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. There's certain scenarios where especially like group projects, like I have like
I hated group projects. I was like,
group
"I'll do it by
projects are
myself."
tough. Yes, like we had a group project where like it was like 4 of us working on like a Google slide presentation, and it would
Oh,
irritate me because my slide would be Times New Roman, 12 font, black, and then someone else's was size 15
neon
Arial,
blue.
neon blue. I'm like, "No, no, no, consistency, consistency."
Exactly, like, you like the black title, like
Black title, like it's formatted a certain way. It's like
mhm. Yeah, like, you have it your certain way, and then you come in the next day and it's, like, changed. The font's
yeah.
all messed up.
That one, like, sometimes you just gotta let it go. Like,
Gotta
as
let
long
it
as you're
go.
getting the 100,
Mhm. Exactly.
just you just gotta do it. But I have recently worked with some people that, it is also important to note when someone's trying to help you and be like, "Oh, like, hey, you should do it this way," or when
Yeah.
someone is like, "You're doing it that way."
Oh, the passive aggressive, like, "Oh, I wouldn't do it that way," like
I like like like, yeah, I remember there was someone that told me "You're studying film and you do that?" I'm like,
yeah.
"Yeah, yeah, man. I didn't even know the guy. I'm like,
Oh, I can't stand when people do that.
oh,
Like, I hate to be rude, but like when people are like, "Oh, like you're trying to like be in the acting industry," or like
mm,
if you're not going to college and you have like other dreams, and they're like kind of like the backhanded, "Oh, really?" It's
uh,
like, what do you say to that? Yeah, I don't know. It's hard.
we've all heard that before. Yeah.
And a lot of
Eh,
people just don't understand, like, or get it, or like get your like mindset. So it's like it's hard to, you know.
Yeah. And that's like when you hear someone say that, it's like it's so important to just be like, yeah, yeah, I am doing that.
Yeah,
Like rather than like letting it
confidence.
confidence. Like even if it pisses you off, like don't
Heck
let
yeah, I am.
them don't let them get to you.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
that's key.
Mhm.
That's definitely
Yep.
key.
Yep.
So yay, we did the game.
Yay! Oh my god,
Great
it was such a
job.
that was such a fun game to play.
That's great. Did you like it?
Yeah, I did. I loved like opening up and answering all the questions. It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah. Could you see yourself playing this game with like some of your friends, family? Like can you would
Yeah.
you yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a great way to like get closer and like open up more with just anyone. So, yeah, I like it.
Yeah. It once again, I know I mentioned this, but like what I love about this game is like we wouldn't you and I, we could be talking and trying to have a deep conversation, but like these conversation starters really
Open it up.
open it up. They're
They're
really
good
helpful.
questions. Yeah.
They're really helpful. And like there's links online to
Mhm.
questions. Just ask each other. Like if you think you know someone, ask them these questions and
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
get to put yourself in their shoes, you know?
For sure, for sure. It's a good way, even if you're like if you're bothered and you're like, oh, like I want to tell someone like how I'm feeling, but I don't really know how, or like how what to ask. Do that game. We're not really strangers.
Mm. It's a great way to get to know each other.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah, great way. Hmm.
definitely. So, I want to ask you, what was the biggest thing you took away from playing this game?
I think the biggest thing I took away is like it's okay to like open up and like tell the truth about things because you never know. Like some people may struggle and then they hear you talk about it and it might make them feel better. And it's good to get things off your chest. Like I feel better, to like talk about things. So,
Yeah, yeah. I think it's a lot of times I hear people like who, keep things to themselves, like keep
yeah,
their feelings bottled up, and it's just
I can never do that. I have to tell people.
me. I am the same way. I'm the same way,
Yeah. Mhm.
and that's important. It's important
It
to
is.
open up, but also to open up to the right people.
Yes. Yes. I know. I do. I tell my mom everything, so she knows.
Yeah,
Just like
yeah.
struggles or something that's been bothering me, I'll tell her, and she does really well helping me out, knowing what to say and things. So
That's great. That's great. Moms are the best.
they are. They are.
And sometimes not everyone has someone to talk to, which which
Exactly.
which can be tough. However, Cobra Kai Kid here and Reagan generously offered, her said her DMs are open.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now everyone listening does have someone they could talk to.
There we go. There we go. Yep. I got you.
Yeah. Yeah. I do want to ask you too, what was the biggest thing you took away from my answers?
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
Um, to be more open minded. I don't know. Yeah, like you answer them very, very well. I think just yeah, being open minded and just like everything you were saying, like I can't remember some of your questions, but I don't know.
Um,
Being more patient, I
yeah.
guess, and just relax, like not being so tensed about like the Instagram thing we were talking about, and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And what I took away from your answers, I mean, I think it was just really great to like, be able to relate to you in a lot of
Hmm.
the things we were talking about.
Yeah, be with you
Even
too.
Yeah, like even things like even experiences that you've had that I maybe haven't had,
Mhm.
I still understand. I could still be like, oh, like if I
You
was
can
in your
see it.
situation, like,
Yeah.
yeah. And also like seeing how you handled it,
Mhm.
like sometimes handling it the right way, sometimes handling it maybe handling you can handle it better way, like being open and honest. Like I really
Yeah.
appreciate your
Mhm.
honesty.
Thank you. Thank you. I
Yeah.
always want to be honest. I don't ever like to lie about anything. I always try to be truthful all the time
Yeah, yeah,
with everything.
definitely. Especially being truthful to yourself, not lying to yourself, which was the
Yes.
question.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Yeah. That's I feel like everyone should ask themselves that. What are you lying
That's
to yourself about?
that is a deep question.
Because once you can figure that out,
Right.
that one you have to really get
Dig
in,
deep.
dig deep.
Yeah. You do. You do. I think like once you answer that, it's like, yeah, I can answer any of them.
What are you lying to? I'm still blown away by that question.
Yeah. That is a yeah, you got that one the first question, right? The first question?
Was that my first question? I think it
You're
was.
like, "Oh, we're digging deep already."
We're starting with this. Like
Yeah.
that's a good one. And then like once you could figure that out, um that's key.
Yeah.
I mean literally that it's something that you've been lying to yourself and now it's like the question's asking you to
Yeah.
okay, like you have to like now admit to it. Like
Yeah. And now
it's
it's out.
now everyone knows what I'm lying about.
Yeah,
Man.
there you go. It's a good thing though.
Yeah, so
Probably make you
now
feel better.
you know what? I do feel better. I feel a lot
Good.
better with this
Good.
discussion. I love talking
Mhm.
about this stuff.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Final question for you.
All right.
Do you have any do you have any advice for the listeners out there on like, you know, being mindful and finding like peace in their
Mhm.
life?
Um I think for the most part, I know this is gonna sound so like cliche, like oh whatever, but like seriously, like stay true to yourself. Um, because a lot of people nowadays on like social media, like everyone always tries to compare themselves to other people, and oh I want to be like her, and I want to be like this, but it's like if you can stay true to like who you truly are, you'll feel good about yourself and have a good mind and know who you truly are and take care of yourself for sure. Don't get caught up in like bad things because you know, that's not good for your health or your mind or anything. And just take care of yourself, really. I feel like drink water, eat healthy, go for walks. It's always good.
Definitely. I
Just be
love that.
yourself. Yeah. Thank you.
Be yourself, take care of yourself, and um just to, piggyback on what you said with the social media, it's like,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of times people look at other people's appearances and be like, "Oh, they're the most
Hmm.
beautiful person out there." It's like
Yeah. Because I've done
beauty.
that before. I've even done that,
Yeah.
you know, and it's
eh,
not good for you.
Beauty comes from the soul.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It,
You should write a
it's
book.
what?
You should write a book.
Thank you. Thank you.
Beauty comes from the soul. That's
Beau-
what it's called. The
that's the
book.
name of the book.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'll give you credit if I write the book.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I hope no one wrote that. I like
I
that.
know that would be
Nobody steal it.
no one take that.
I'm copyright claiming the title right now.
Yep. There we go. He already
Beau-
took it.
yeah. Beauty comes from the soul.
It does.
Yeah. And as we were talking about, once you can like, be confident in yourself and appreciate your own self
Yep.
beauty, like
Yeah.
appreciate yourself. Like you are good. You're
Yeah.
great. Like
Yeah.
just got to keep telling yourself that. And
Mhm.
um like
And
positive affirmations.
exactly. For me, like I'm a Christian, so like I pray a lot and that can help too, for sure. That always helps
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
feeling down.
Have you ever done any meditating or breathing exercises?
I've done a couple breathing exercises. They do work, I think. They relax you. They make you calm, and that's always good. So teach and
Yeah.
breathe correctly.
Yeah, I remember, I remember hearing like breathing really helps. I'm like,
You're
yeah,
like,
sure. Like I breathe all the time. Like
I'm breathing right
I'm
now.
breathing right now and I don't feel good.
I think I think for me, like, sometimes like I don't focus on my breathing, and that's why I'm anxious all the time. Is because I'm like,
Mm,
like I don't like truly
yeah.
like take time to like work on my breathing, and it relaxes you. You got to do it the right way, because I feel like some people try it and they're like, I don't feel anything,
Yeah.
but
You
I don't
know,
know. It's worked for me a couple times, but
yeah, definitely, definitely.
mhm.
There's different like some of these methods do work. So like
Yeah.
maybe there's videos on YouTube like meditating, breathing exercises, and I do want to share something with you.
Okay.
I was at the beach.
Okay.
It was actually my birthday
Uh
that
huh.
day, and I was taking a walk and I wasn't feeling too good.
Mhm.
Like I just felt like I think like sometimes like birthdays could make you feel a little down. Sometimes like like I should.
Birthdays? It was your birthday?
It was my birthday that day, and
Okay.
it was like I should be feeling good because it's my big day, but I don't feel that great. It was kind of like the hype around the birthday or something. So
Right. Right.
I was like, I just want to. And, like, meanwhile, I went to the beach at, like, 6 a.m. to, like, watch the sunrise. So I was trying to do something nice for myself, but I was like, "Dang
Right.
it, I still got a whole day, like, what am I gonna do?" I sat down on the sand. I started and, something I did here was, "Okay, I'm gonna look like an idiot.
Mhm.
People are walking by, but you know what? I don't care. I don't care."
Right. See, that's how I need to be. I don't care.
Exactly. I closed my eyes, not caring what other people were thinking. I breathed, and I did this.
No way. No
I
way.
swear to you, I did that for 10 minutes. I opened my eyes. I was at peace.
There you go.
I swear. And I couldn't just breathe. The breathing wasn't doing it for me. I
Mhm.
needed to do this.
You had to do the Miyagi
I had
type
to
of
do the
thing.
Miyagi.
There you go. Hey,
So,
yeah, Daniel LaRusso. There you go. You just helped
yeah.
someone.
Yeah. I mean, there you go. Like everyone at home, try it. Try it.
Yeah.
Have
Hey,
you ever done it?
no, I've never done that. I've done it like as a joke, like at home, like,
Because
hey, Miyagi.
you're Cobra Kai.
Yeah, because like, why are we doing that? No, I'm just kidding.
You
But
know what?
what you
Try
say?
it. You should try
Try
it.
it.
Try it.
Do you stay on like one leg, or is it more of
No.
a like a
I
flamingo?
oh, no, I can't do that.
The
Do you have good
balance.
balance? Do you have good
Yeah,
balance? You do?
I took gymnastics when I was little, so I kind of had. I don't know. I've always had good balance. I think. Yeah, not even just when I was little, but
Yeah. I just sat, like, on the sand like crisscross applesauce and
oh,
just,
okay.
like yeah.
Okay. Hey, whatever works.
Whatever works, that's
If it
what's
works,
key.
then do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever works. There's
Mhm.
different whatever makes you happy, like,
Exactly.
if you have, like, a show that, like, brings your mood up, like, watching that show or
Yeah. Do it. Whatever makes
yeah.
you happy, do it.
What do you do when, like, you're, like, maybe not feeling too great, you're in a bad mood? Like, what cheers you up?
Um. Hmm. I don't know. Obviously, like talking to my boyfriend, but I think going to dinner too, like
Mhm.
going to eat. I think, and just spending time with the family. That's always good. And I don't know. That's it's a hard question also, because I think just a lot of different things, really, a lot of fun things.
Yeah, definitely. That's
Mhm.
great.
Mhm.
Well, this was awesome. This was such a
Yeah.
great discussion. For the
Yeah.
first time playing this game on stream, I think it went really well.
So much fun. I loved it. I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, and I'm honored that you were my first guest for We're Not
Yeah.
Really Strangers. Yeah.
There we go. I was the first guest.
First guest, first guest.
Yeah.
And hopefully everyone out there enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys were playing along at home.
Yep.
Um So Reagan, where can people find you on YouTube, social media, and you have some Twitch stuff coming up,
I
maybe?
do, I do. So on YouTube, it's just Reagan Garner, my name, and then Instagram, it's Reagan with 2 N's and Garner with 2 R's. Yep.
Awesome. And we should all
Yeah.
stay tuned for the Twitch, right?
Yeah, stay tuned for Twitch. My name is Reagan Garner on there as well. So you could already find me on there, but I don't have any like content yet. So
So if you follow now, you'll be like
if
the
you
first ones.
if you follow now, you get like early access.
Early access, like that means like once you start dropping videos, like you guys will
Yeah,
be like right then and there.
yeah, exactly. You're already ready for it when it
Yeah.
comes. So
There you go. And I'll link it all in the description below so you guys
all
can
right.
go check it out. So I just want to thank all of you so much for joining. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see
Mhm.
more content like this, let me know in the comments below. There you go.
Below.
Hello. Hit the like
Below.
button, subscribe, share the video with your fellow Cobras, Eagle Fangs,
Mm-mm.
and Miyagi-Dos.
Just cobras. All of
Just
them.
Cobras. Just Cobras. Just Cobras. We'll see you next time on Cobra Kai Kid. And until then, remember Cobra Kai.
Never dies.